Hi, I'm Amber. Today we're diving into a fantasy rom-com, where timelines collide, and love gets a second chance in the strangest way. Jia Xiaojia, a 31-year-old struggling woman, constantly dates wealthy men, aiming to get a mansion through marriage. One day, a potato farmer claiming 10 manwal's annual income approaches Xiaojia, proposes marriage and a mansion. She demands the deed in her name, and he agrees. He offers $2 million, while she contributes $30,000 to keep it fair. Xiaojia thinks he's sincere and agrees. They go to the bank, and she hands over her life savings to the man before heading to buy the house. Unexpectedly, he disappears after getting water, and police document her fraud case as she sits stunned on the bank steps. Lu Ming, a 25-year-old down-and-out guy, desperately seeks investors, but investors reject his plans and bank loans are denied. Meanwhile, in the office restroom, despair sets in as Lu Ming overhears his boss Zhao Junyi plotting to bankrupt their CEO. Zhao catches Lu Ming and tries to bribe him with a deal, but both eventually return to their apartments. Then, strange events unfold. The next morning, Lu Ming and Go Xiaojiao's apartments had miraculously merged. They were from different timelines. Lu Ming from 1999, Xiaojiao from 2018, and occupied the same Shanghai apartment, separated by 2 decades. Lu's door led to 1999, while Xiaojiao's exit opened to 2018. The merged spaces caused chaotic damage to their belongings, and Lu urgently searched for his blueprints, accidentally knocking over Xiaojiao's flowers. As she retrieved them, her childhood photo with her father lay shattered. Furious, Lu noticed the photo's date, 1999, his current timeline, and suggested visiting the garden to replace the flowers. They arrived at a grand colonial mansion, the very house Xiaojiao longed to reclaim, as this was her childhood home. Young Xiaojiao played with her father in the garden, but as present Xiaojiao approached, a fierce wind began to howl. Lu pulled her back, restoring calm. Curious about his future, Lu asked to visit 2018, wondering if he would become the real estate tycoon he dreamed of. Xiaojiao dismissed him, handing him a laptop to search, while she borrowed Lu's vintage phone, attempting to call her father in 1999. As Lu searched his name and Xiaojiao connected the call, their apartment violently convulsed again. Lu realized that contacting past or future selves disrupted timelines, causing these quakes. Lu Ming was fascinated by life in 2018, tinkering with Gu Xiaojiao's robotic vacuum, while Gu Xiaojiao reminisced about 1999, using Lu Ming's cassette tape to play Teresa Tang's The Place of First Love. How do people listen to music in 2018? She asked. With smartphones, dummy, Lu skeptically demanded proof, so Gu connected her phone to Bluetooth speakers. playing music wirelessly. He was astonished by the technology, but accidentally paused the playback, frantically fiddling with the phone, and triggering Siri's voice assistant. "Who's inside your phone?" he asked. "That's my digital assistant," she replied. "You're broke but have staff?" Gu explained modern conveniences, saying even poor people had helpers now. Lu challenged her to demonstrate, so she ordered hot pot delivery, with fresh ramen made tableside, leaving Lu's mind utterly blown. Both carried hidden burdens, and Lu confronted Gu about her past. "You grew up wealthy, why live like this now?" he asked. "My dad died drunk driving," she admitted. "All he left was a burnt keychain. He lost everything overnight." Meanwhile, Lu rejected Zhao Jianyi's hush money, refusing to resign quietly per company policy. As his blueprints, his life's work meant everything. Zhao offered a compromise, giving him 2 weeks to reconsider, before a final decision. Gu worked at a luxury boutique when her college rival, Xiao Zhao, visited. Gu pretended to be the store owner, strutting in borrowed elegance, while staff played along with her charade. Xiao believed Gu's rich wife act, and invited her to bring her husband to dinner. Cornered into agreement, she dragged Lu as her fake spouse, but he became a dinner catastrophe, tying a napkin like a baby bib, drinking from the ice bucket, and exposing a clothing price tag, which he panically ripped off. Gu cringed but kept smiling, until Xiao spotted the charade, remarking, "How quaint your husband is." Enraged, Gu slammed the table, sending her fake gemstone flying onto the grill, where it melted instantly. That was beyond embarrassing. Xiao Zhao returned home and burst into tears, with Lu Ming trying everything to cheer her up. When she complained she was still hungry, Lu suggested eating peanuts with dried tofu, claiming it tasted just like roast chicken. Xiao Zhao demanded chocolate cake, so Lu used a steamed bun and coffee to miraculously create the flavor. "It's all because we're broke," she sighed. "Why are you so upset?" she asked. Lu Ming, who admitted, "I need investors." A lottery news report flashed on TV, giving them an idea. They went to 2018 to look up information, retrieved the 1999 winning numbers, and exclaimed, "This jackpot will solve everything." They waited joyfully for the draw, shuttling between time periods, and enjoying different eras' wonders. At a restaurant, they opened a 99 Lafite, only for the waiter to demand immediate payment, 36,000 yuan a bottle. They were stunned, realizing their time jumps had confused them into thinking they were in 19. Xiao Zhao pawned her wallet and ID, saying, "We'll redeem them after winning." Through these days together, romance blossomed between them. On lottery day, confident of their win, they brought a woven plastic bag, but as the numbers were announced, reality shifted, their ticket numbers vanished, and their fortune evaporated. They returned dejected, with Xiao Zhao begging the restaurant for just her keychain, a memento from her late father, but the waiter ignored her. Furious, she lashed out at Lu Ming, screaming, "You're worthless." Their argument echoed through the streets, until Xiao Zhao spotted Lu Ming on a billboard. 2018, Lu Ming was now a real estate tycoon, holding a press conference. They rushed to the event venue, but security blocked them until Lu Ming claimed, "I'm CEO Lu's brother." The resemblance convinced the guards, though Xiao Zhao remained outside. Lu Ming watched his future self, 19 years older, speaking confidently on stage. But because he was in the same space as his future self from a different timeline, the venue began to shake. Chaos erupted, and Lu Ming was injured by falling glass, with a scar simultaneously appearing on CEO Lu's arm. Memories of Lu Ming and Go Xiaozhao flashed through CEO Lu's mind. He was the one who caused this temporal chaos. Once called Lu Ming, he was now Lu Shiyi, a successful but endlessly greedy tycoon, who had sought a doctor researching time travel to steal future business trends. The confused doctor opened a portal to the past instead, altering CEO Lu's original life path by introducing him to Gu Xiaozhao. The doctor warned that Lu Ming must follow his original trajectory, or Lu Shiyi would disappear. Knowing his future identity, Lu Ming decisively rejected Zhao Junyi, even advising him to take care of himself, unaware that Lu Shiyi had made his fortune on that very investment. Meanwhile, the store manager complained that Gu Xiaozhao lacked education, prompting her to say that if her father were still around, he would have sent her abroad. Just then, Lu Shiyi arrived, taking her to a fancy restaurant with a violin band and chocolate cake, all things she loved but couldn't afford. He advised her to leave Lu Ming and persuade him to accept Zhao Zhengyi's investment, lying that staying together would kill Lu Ming by deviating from his timeline. "We're not from the same timeline," he said. "There's no need for a relationship with no future." Lu Shi asked Gu Xiaojiao to be with him, offering her a big house and a life of luxury without waiting for Lu Ming to grow. At the same time, Lu Ming was at the market, preparing to cook her a delicious dinner. Gu Xiaojiao felt torn. Lu Ming was pure and kind, while Lu Shi was cold and calculating. Though she loved Lu Ming, she believed she had to follow Lu Shi's demands to save him. She told Lu Ming about meeting Lu Shi and his insistence on accepting Zhao Zhengyi's investment, as that was what he had done originally. Lu Ming, incredulous, asked, "Are you sure the future me is me?" Ultimately, he accepted Zhao's investment, and Xiaojiao moved out, crying sadly but pretending to be relaxed so Lu Ming could follow his destined path. Meanwhile, Zhao Zhengyi sneaked into the boss's office to steal information, was caught, and in the ensuing argument, accidentally injured the boss. Seizing the opportunity, he poured alcohol on the unconscious man and staged a drunk driving accident. When Gu Xiaojiao left, she didn't lock the door, allowing Lu Ming, disguised as Lu Shi, to visit her, bringing back her pawned belongings. Though he nagged and reminded her, Xiaojiao saw through his disguise and they hugged, regretful about their forced separation. Lu Ming returned to the apartment, reluctantly locking the door, knowing it meant he could never see Xiaojiao in 2018 again. Meanwhile, Zhao Zhengyi hid the boss in a car trunk, called Lu Ming to drive, and led them to a dead-end bridge, intending to push the car off with the unconscious boss inside. Lu Ming refused, but Zhao threatened him, saying the boss already knew their secrets, and that Lu Ming couldn't escape blame. As Zhao wiped the steering wheel, Lu Ming noticed the car keychain, identical to the one Xiaojiao's father had left her. Realizing the boss was Gu Xiaojiao's father, and that her family's misfortune was tied to this moment, Lu Ming stopped Zhao's murder plan, saving boss Gu's life. This act completely destroyed Lu Shi's timeline, consuming him. In another timeline, Lu Ming confessed everything to boss Gu, who forgave him. Xiaojiao, following Lu Ming's advice to be independent, left the mansion Lu Shi had bought her, abandoning his bank card. In the yard, she saw the flowers Lu Ming had brought her, and scenes of her younger self happily living with her father. Suddenly, both Gu Xiaojiao and Lu Ming realized time was reversing. Lu saw Xiaojiao outside a photo studio, while she saw him near a dessert shop. When they opened the door, they couldn't see each other anymore. Outside, children played with spinning tops, reminding them of a legend that when the top spins, good things are preserved. They hurried to a street corner, and unexpectedly met one last time, saying their farewells with hope for another meeting. When the spinning top stopped, Xiaojiao disappeared, her life rewritten the moment Lu Ming saved her father. In the final Easter egg, on a street abroad, an artist played Teresa Teng's The Place Where First Love Is. Both Gu Xiaojiao and Lu Ming were drawn to the sound, she with a latent memory of the song, he remembering their shared moment. Lu Ming stared at her and smiled foolishly, making Xiaojiao think he was a pervert. She pointed a baguette at him, just as she had once brandished a kitchen knife in 2018, while Lu Ming repeated his old words, "I'm not a pervert." In the end, Lu Ming stayed true, his love never wavered. But for Xiaojiao it was just the beginning, as if fate had hit the reset button. Pretty crazy, right? If you could meet the love of your life again for the first time, would you take the chance? Let me know what you'd do. See you in the next one.